Hey guys, Sarge here with the March 30th, 1942 combat replay for my 1v1 against Invictus. On War of the Pacific Admirals Edition, I do believe he's still sending troops over to Siangtan. I have evacuated all of my planes from the area, apart from the Lysanders, just to keep some recon there. Is there anything else? I have started to move tankers to fuel up Australia, and in the meantime I am filling up AKs from Cape Town with fuel. It's going to be wholly inefficient, but I just need fuel in Australia right now. What is going to be the first action today? We fired a patrol boat. Oh, sweet. That is going to sink now. Is just a patrol boat, but if you think about it in the sense of it's like just a patrol boat, you'll put yourself in a bad hole mentally. Think about it as you sunk a... Oh, fucking hell, dude. Of course. He hits a destroyer with a torpedo. And it sinks. Cool. Going back to my comment about the patrol boat, it's one less ASW ship he can have. One less escort ship. He does have a lot of ships around Java. And there's his sweeps at Siangtan, though I have nothing there. There's a bug in my face. Ooh, Rangoon. Oh, this is going to be fun. Detected by radar. He is diving. He must have put his... He had to have put his shit on max. Because I have a Hurricane Squadron at max. Yeah, but Hurricanes and Lightnings versus Oscars, this is a pretty one-sided affair in terms of quality of planes, I believe. And he's coming from all the way from Bangkok. Dude, he's gonna have so many ops losses, even if he doesn't lose much outright. Like, these are my best pilots I have on the map, not including naval aviation, is right here in Rangoon. In the best planes I have at my disposal. Nothing's been shot down, though he has had 3 leave the engagement due to damage. 4th left. There we go, there's the first shoot down. Second one. What is great too is we'll see in the blank turn is I have way more fighters than what is even going to be present. Because my cap settings is only 60-40. I am going to speed through this now. We're going to be here for like 10 years. 6 get through. So I claim I shot down 8. 32 down to 6. He definitely lost more than 8. I apparently didn't lose any. Yeah, swept at 38,500. I don't have anything that could reach that high. He is bombing me in Sumatra still. Ooh, he's got zeros. He's got zeros as well. Diving with the P-38s. I've never noticed this. The gun animations from the P-38 Lightning aren't in the right spot. The P-38's guns are in the nose. It doesn't have any guns where the animation's coming from. That's interesting. Oh, I lost a Hurricane. Guess who's bound to happen. Okay, guys, we have enough planes here. Can someone kill the last zero? Jeez, guys. How many planes do you need? It withdrew to engine problems. Claiming a 1-for-1. More vowels. Sumatra. $55 bombers at Siangtan. Causes 242 casualties. I damage 8 bombers. He's bombing really low. 22 combat squads get disabled. It really is interesting he still has nates in China, because I've heard from quite a few people that nates are just really for training at this point. Disables another 4 squads. The biggest thing he's doing here is just causing disruption for his attack. And I suspect with him knowing that he's probably at like a movement distance that he's guaranteed to get over, so if he's smart, he's going to shock attack with everything that's there to increase the chance of a success. Because if not, it's going to end up like yesterday where that tank unit got mauled. Another 3 Oscars show up. I also have decided to move units around in Burma. I'll realize that now that I do a blank turn overview, I can now wait to talk about that stuff until then. But just in general, I'm moving troops around Burma to get them in a better situation for the upcoming campaign. Gonna speed through the rest of this. 1 Oscar for 0. More at Siangtan. Another 2 disabled. Also some hits on the base. He is still bombing at Chengte. Not really sure why. No, that's Hengyang. I think that's Chengte. Hengyang. I'm not sure why he's still bombing here. It only reportedly had 3 units here, and these units are going up here. At least that's what it looks like. Yeah, they're going up there. More Sonias. I am intrigued as to know what unit he is sending out. It's probably a base force or something. Ooh, Catalina's found something. What is it? An APD. I'm probably gonna miss. Yeah, APDs are pretty fucking fast. We do have a twin engine rule that they can't be below 1,000 until 43. So that is why they're at 1,000. At least I believe that was the rule. Maybe patrol planes were exempted. I'm not sure. Either way, I just had him at 1,000. 36 zeros. Okay. We get the jump on him, it looks like. Immediately cause a 0 to turn away. So ooh, and we shoot one down immediately. As I've been wondering what's going to happen in Burma, he answers with us at the 80 fighters sweeping Rangoon. He's going to need a lot more fighters, though. Because I have all of that stuff in Calcutta to bring up if I need to. Right, I'm going to speed through this as well. Watch those zeros go down. Reportedly shoot down 5 zeros for 1 Hurricane. Yeah, they swept at 20,000 feet. They swept at extended. That you should... Not that I'm a pro player, but I know for a fact that you should never sweep at extended range. And a late sweep at Xiangtan. Alright, that is the end of the Air AM phase. Onto the Air PM phase. More. Why was this in the Air PM phase? This came from Palembang. Ooh, we found him again. Ooh, this time it's a full AK. Come on. Yes! Deck pen. Severe damage. Nice. Set it on fire. And there was troops on it too. Looks like it was a combat unit. That ship's not gonna sink though. One hit and just on fire. Not gonna sink that. Right, onto the land phase. Does it happen? There is a shock attack, but I can't see who else is in it. All it tells me is who's in the hex. These 4 divisions, it looks like. Yeah, these are the 4 divisions I believe that I bombed. So yeah, all those 4 have crossed. Let's start the battle. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, I'm dealing some damage. He assaulted 1 to 3 odds with fort level 4. He attacked with a total of 2,000 AV. I defended with 2,300. And he takes 10,000 casualties. He loses 184 squads destroyed, 1 non-com, 8 engineers, and 4 guns. With another 515 disabled squads, 41 non-coms, 77 engineers, and 54 guns. And though casualties, we only lost 2,700. We did lose 115 combat squads, 5 non-coms, and 4 guns, with 223 disabled squads, 159 non-coms, 42 engineers, and 106 guns. And for anyone who wants to know what all units are here, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 infantry divisions. Plenty of regiments, some tanks, heavy artillery, air defense regiment, base force mortars. And then this is what I have here. Just really Chinese corps with a couple of the AA, with a couple of gun regiments that started in Chongqing. Ooh, he switches to shock attack at Batavia after 2 failed deliberates. This isn't gonna work. Yeah. Well, he did assault with 2 to 1 odds. So I had a fort level of 2 and he reduced it to 0. I've never seen it go down two fort levels before. He takes 243 casualties, just another 22 disabled squads. I take 138 casualties with 15 disabled squads. And the combat squads here are just KNIL militia. They're really not good troops. Kodiak expands forts to 3, Madras airfield to 7, Adelaide fort to 3, Norfolk expands its airfield, Noumea expands its port. Those last 2 are pretty substantial upgrades in my opinion. Noumea to make it a much larger base, and Norfolk as I want it to be a bit of an intermediary defense base. So if he ends up taking Noumea, I have a base that's not in New Zealand, it's a little bit north of New Zealand, to be able to base some troops and some planes out of. Alright. Those are the B-26s that are railroading in. Got headquarters, Coastal AA Regiment, Marine Defense Battalion, those are great. Marine Regiment, RAF Squadron, Canadian Brigade, a base force, a British Division, Construction Battalion, a bunch of British brigades, and a Recce Regiment, the 26th Infantry Division, another regiment, Construction Regiment, And a supply convoy to Cape Town. Alright, let's load this up. Right, intelligence reports. That's pretty one-sided. 6 to 30, 42. He lost 23 Oscars and 18 zeros. I only lost 3 Hurricanes and 1 P-38. P-38 was an ops loss, and Hurricanes were all air-to-air. Did lose a search plane to air-to-air. And Catalina from ops losses. He had a Mavis, Babs, Sally, Mary's, and Talia's ops losses. Show pilots. Ooh, we got our first British ace, and it is an 8-kill ace. Funnily enough, the Chinese beat the British to who gets an ace first. I lost 1 pilot today. Let's see. Group reinforcements. Marines. Marine fighters. Some Wellington bombers. I believe these are the first Wellingtons I get, and they have a really good range. They do have a really short altitude, though. Get some... Oh, wait, no, wait. Huh? Didn't I Wasn't this the thing that I recalled? Maybe, maybe not. I get... Mitchell reconnaissance planes. These are railroading in. These will be nice, getting some C-47s, getting some transports. Ship availability, what is coming in? Submarine, a nice big fleet oiler, because this sub has Mark 14s in it. Corvette, AP, destroyer, a really good destroyer, P-class, 8 ASW. And I am almost to my April upgrades as well. I exited there. So we have a bunch of supply being dumped into Pearl. My evacuation is going very well. Let's see. Okay, and also I have these subs that I sent these guys to go to Townsville. I don't even know how long ago at this point, but I forgot about them until they were like right here, and then I saw subs. I'm like, oh, what's that? Oh, look, it's 7 sugar boats. So they're gonna go into Townsville, and then they are going to disband and start repairing that damage, and then they're going to annoy the fuck out of them around Rabaul in the Solomon Sea. Up here in Burma, I am moving more troops down into Molmine, as well as I am moving 2 AA regiments, as well as a base force, which also has a lot more AA in it, because I have enough fighters at Rangoon to deal with anything he sends. What I don't have is the ability to do the same at Molmine. I can't spread my troops out very well. Well, I can't spread out my planes very well because he can choose where to go, and it's defeating in detail. If I have to defend these 3 bases evenly, and I have 120, and he only has 60, he can just choose whichever one he wants, and I only have 40. Even though I have more planes overall, he'll be able to whittle me down. I am moving these Flying Tigers into China. I got a couple new units. So that was that headquarters and also this division. It's pretty solid to start with. I believe something also spawned up here. 70th British Division. Oh, that's Karachi Fortress. I swear I clicked British Division. That's not a division. What is this? It just... What? Okay. But then I get all of these. This is a good base force. And these are full British brigades. And then I have this Recce regiment, which is full. It just needs to repair the armored cars, is basically what it is. Let's see, what else did I get here? Madras, Aden, Karachi, Aden. Got a Canadian brigade at Fort St. John, which I believe was up here. Yeah, this guy is so far away. How much is he? He's actually pretty cheap to buy out for it being a full brigade. So I'm probably going to do that. Then I also got some stuff down here, I believe. Coastal AA regiment needs to be built up. There's Port something. Why is there a combat engineer battalion here? Well, that's gonna get moved. So this is a static unit. Great. Just what I needed. More static units on the west coast. Marines at San Diego. And a defense battalion at Pago Pago. I love these Marine defense battalions. Air headquarters at Suyung and Calcutta. Just check SIGINT. He's moving troops to Singapore. I don't know how he'd move them to Singapore via boat. Let me check the map. Doesn't he have a railroad to it? Yeah, I mean, I don't know how he... Unless it's coming from the Philippines. Let me see. Okay, so there's not a railroad connection all the way through. There is a 3-hex gap. Well, 2-hex gap in the railroad, basically. But even then, he can major move on these, so he still has a land connection. So unless he's moving them from here or from here, I don't see a reason. I guess also from the home islands too. But there's definitely a safer way to get troops over there, unless he's intel spoofing me. But then, even though that isn't really working, because I wouldn't believe it that he's moving stuff to Singapore via boat at this point. Let's see. Yeah, so I have these guys. These guys are the ones loading up fuel. Good old 60,000. Oh, 50,000 is there. I'm sending. I have set up a tanker line from Sydney to Pearl that will grab fuel from Pearl as a computer controlled. At this point, I will end the video, so I will see you guys in the next one.